is that you?
Hello, Viki.
Sloan, what are you doing here?
My sources are correct. The lady works too hard.
I was actually just editing some work for tomorrow's deadline.
Even the newspaper publisher has to take a break.
Sloan, please, I thought that you and I had agreed.
It's a simple supper. Need something to eat, don't you?
But this is awkward. You can see I'm alone here. What I mean is that Clint is out of town.
I know.
Yes.
You've already eaten.
No, I haven't had time to eat.
You must take time.
Is this how you took Pork Chop Hill, General?
Yes, ma'am. The words of Nathan Bedford Forrest, get there firstest with the mostest.
What are you doing?
I am preparing the table.
Oh, no. Come on, I really have to go back to work.
Yes, after dinner. Now, I had a selfish reason for coming here tonight. I wanted to talk to you.
But there's very little left for us to say to each other.
I want you to know that I shall never betray our secret.
What secret?
Leanne. Leanne, of course. What did you think?
Thank you. I mean, it's not really our secret, though, but thank you anyway.
What you're doing is wonderful. Allowing Leanne to spend some time with little Duke, that takes courage.
Or recklessness. I mean, if Kevin ever finds out that I've gone against his wishes, or if, God forbid, anyone finds out I've gone against a court order.
He'll never know. At least not from you.
Thank you. Sloan, I hate it. I hate all this sneaking and lying. And, of course, I've only managed to arouse more suspicion now.
Clint?
Yes.
Maybe you should just come right out and tell him about Leanne.
I tried. I tried tonight before he left. Well, I shouldn't be talking about this. It's not fair. I mean, Clint is not here, and you have pâté.
Mm-hmm. Foie gras with truffles from a little gourmet shop I found in Philadelphia, loaded with surprises.
Caviar.
Etc. I know some people prefer beluga.
Not me. That's my favorite.
Good. And your favorite salad, a mixture of greens, radicchio, goat cheese with a raspberry vinaigrette.
So, Carpenter, how did you know all this?
I listen to you, I pay attention, I remember what you like.
You take notes on any meal we ever had?
Well, mental notes, and I have consulted with the chef at the club on some preferences of yours.
Here, I thought you were doing research for some book you were writing about my father.
Well, I am. And it's a good thing, because as I was reading the memoirs of Victor Lord, I came across all those visits to Scotland.
Oh, yeah, he loved to go to Scotland. He went there a lot for the golf. Every time he came back from Scotland, he would bring me shortbread.
What is a picnic without dessert?
Oh, I can't believe it. Just looking at this box brings back such lovely memories. I don't know what to say.
You could say, I love you, Sloan Carpenter. I want to spend the rest.
Don't say it. Everything about this situation is compromising.
Instead of saying I love you forever, you could say I like you, Sloan Carpenter, and I'd like to spend the next hour with you.
Oh, Sloan, don't.
All right, how about you're just all right, Sloan Carpenter, and I hate to see good food go to waste.
I'm never going to get rid of you, am I?
Never.
Well, since you went to so much trouble.
Yes, that's the spirit. Let me show you the best seat in the house.
I mean, no one can possibly object to a harmless picnic. I mean, can they?
Of course not. Now, all we need is a couple of pennants, pom-pom, a corsage on your wrist, and what would we have?
We would have a tailgate party.
That's right.
Gosh, that reminds me. There was a game at Harvard. In fact, Harvard was playing Army.
The Crimson Tide?
Uh-huh.
We beat back that tide more than once.
I know, but this particular game, it was all out words right at the end of the game. And somebody kicked a very long... No, somebody threw a long touchdown pass, and then somebody blocked the kick. That's what it was, just before the gun went off.
I was there. That was a classic game.
You were at the game?
Yes, I was on the 50-yard line, the Army side. I was a senior in West Point.
I was on the 50-yard line on the Harvard side. I was a freshman at Radcliffe.
Good Lord, so near, and yet so far. Imagine had we met then.
Oh, I don't think you'd have liked me very much. I was very serious.
I liked serious girls.
Oh.
Maybe you wouldn't have gone for me, though. I was terribly military.
You're right, I wouldn't have gone for you.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks.
I think we would have hit it off all right, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I would have invited you for the weekend during the homecoming.
I would have said yes.
Maybe you would have come back for the spring dance.
Oh, my, I can see you in your crisp gray uniform.
I can see you in your strapless dress.
Well, we would have been dancing to Johnny Mathis.
Chances are, 'cause I wear a silly green.
Isn't that funny? I can see it almost as if it...
As if it happened.
Well, it's really just silly speculation, isn't it? You certainly wouldn't have wanted to miss the life that you lived, the love that you shared with your wife and the children you shared. I really could never wish that I hadn't met Clint and loved him, even though my marriage...
Even though your marriage what?
Has turbulent periods. I mean, that's natural. That's normal, isn't it?
Is it?
Couples drift apart, and then they find their way back to each other again. Just because Clint and I are on opposite sides of a few issues now. All right, more than a few issues. Doesn't mean that we can't work things out. As long as we don't have any distractions.
That would be me. I am a distraction.
What brother are you ever?
I'm flattered.
No, this is serious. All he has to do is see us in the same room together or hear from somebody that we were together. Clint's jealousy flares up like a bonfire.
I'm not responsible for your husband's jealousy.
No, but you're responsible for taking advantage of certain situations.
I don't know if I've ever taken advantage of you.
No, you haven't. But others see it that way.
Mm. And who are these others?
Thank you. My brother-in-law, Bo, for one. He's the one who told Clint that he saw us at Wanda's.
Yeah. Well, Bo is very quick to defend his brother's honor.
Yeah, but it's not just him. My own son is concerned.
Well, I've had words with Kevin, too. He's just being protective of his mother. I admire that.
It's much more than protective. He's worried. Renee is worried. Larry is worried. I could go on and on. This whole thing has become a subject for a town meeting, or at least for the town gossip mongers.
Like Dorian Lord.
Did she say something to you?
A few insinuations.
What a piece of work she is. Do you know, she did much more than insinuate with me. She threatened me to my face to print her little insinuations in that rag that she publishes. My marriage would be ruined, and you and I are completely innocent.
Oh, let it ring.
No, I can't let it ring. I told Joey to call me if there was a